What do you know about algorithm?
I studied that in year 9. Uh,
What's that?
I don't, I don't remember it at all. The things you're showing right now, I did in my GCSE.
Yeah, it's IGCSE. I'm just going down.
Yeah.
And this logic gates, the basic logic gates, everything like is that.
Not gay or gay.
Yeah, I know you already did a lot. So okay, whenever we just have to save the information in computer, like in the database, so that the information will be saved in the form of like a table. Okay, will be
Yeah.
saved in the form of table, and the database is the collection of tables. We can say okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so it is the collection of table. So, if we want to store the data, so what are the major thing in the table? What things are there?
What do you mean?
I mean, like when we are making the table, right? So,
Yeah.
if you do have a table, you made a table, okay,
Yeah.
and we are storing some information over here in this.
Yeah.
Like we used to save here the roll number and then the name, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the grade
Grade, like age.
and then subject we can say, right? So
Yeah.
here what actually these this is the table, right? So
Yeah.
here we'll be just storing the information, right? What actually will be here any one will be like the key, right? We'll be making as
Yeah.
key so that using that we can find and we can connect it with other table. So if we'll be having collection of tables like these kind of collections of table, that will be calling as database, okay? So database is
Yeah.
what?
Okay.
It's like collection of table. And what is the table? Like there will be saving the data. Data is what? It's the information. Any information, like even a single name or single thing that you want to store, that will be in data only. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So here, if it will be saving something, like I will say like roll number like 1, 2, 3 we do have. So this is something can be unique, right? It will be just want to make the name as key. That will not be working, right? Because the two people have the same name. It can be possible, right?
Yeah.
So if we want to make like link, we can have sometimes like in school they'll be making multiple. This table is for their academics, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And one more table it can be for there for sports, right? How they perform, is it? So how will
Yeah.
identify the student in this table, right? How much score that particular student make? So we'll
Like
be
first
using
it
here
would
the
be the
key.
roll number, and then
Yeah.
the person's names and the grade,
Then the grade
and
and like these all information will not be needed over there, right? Only the roll number we
yeah.
can write and name we can write and the grade and all. So when you will be asking, the query will run. So you'll be able to get all the information related to that particular one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So means like you have good idea about that's the benefit of shifting from the hard to easy one. Is it? So what do you think? It's the benefit or what?
It's a benefit, but we don't learn anything in classes, just like the
If you
new
can be like
basics.
there only, so you'll get to know more things, right? More higher things.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here it is not going to be done like that, right?
Yeah. Of course.
So what do you know about that access tool?
Not so much because I just started the lesson with my school.
Okay.
I like they teach me how to create a new like uh, a file, then create a table inside of it, and then
Okay.
put
So
the
which
stuff
laptop are
like
you
the.
using? Like, are you using the laptop that is having Microsoft Access?
I mean, yeah, I think so, but in school we just use the teacher's laptop. Like he shares on the screen and he shows us how to do it, and then we'll just try
Okay,
to do on his computer.
fine. So I'm just actually I think I don't have the Microsoft Access. That's the thing. So last time when I was doing with the student, so I just worked with the student laptop only on the student's laptop for the access. I just need to install that if I'll be just
And
working.
no, I have it. I think
You have
I
it?
just need to see. Maybe I do. I'm not sure.
Okay, it's fine. So what do you know about the MS Access? Huh? What is that?
It's like easy used to uh like it could be also used like Excel kind of, but it's mostly I think for noting down people's
Information,
like
you know.
what they do and information like
Mhm. It is
for
very
example.
useful tool. You know, when I was in my graduation, I did a project with .NET. Do you know the .NET language?
Nope,
No,
heard of
C
it
sharp
ever.
and all will be used in that. So it's a framework that I used in like when we made the project. There, it was the school management system. The project was related to. So there we used the Microsoft Access only to store our data and get the data from and like everything we just have managed using Microsoft Access. So it is very useful tool. Okay, so the types of keys
Yeah,
and all we are using in that, right? So what actually the this Microsoft Access is the database. Let's talk about the database first. What's a clear definition? So database is like the organized collection of data, right? Organized
yeah,
collection of data that can be easily accessed, managed, and updated, right? So the database
yes,
are used to store the and retrieve the information efficiently, right? If if we'll be talking about the older days when they were using that kind of right rough copies and all to note it down the things that was kind of super difficult, right? When we were
yeah,
but nowadays if you'll just open the website and you will just type the person name, you'll get the information, all the information related to that person easily, right? In one search. That is
yeah,
happening because of the query, because on that search button, if we'll be just making that search button now, so this will be looking for us as search button, but here at the back of it when we'll be clicking on this right on the search, so it will send the event over there, right? The event will be called
yeah,
when the button will clicked. So this query, the query should be called, which query is the search query should be called with that particular key, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so that is actually how it is working. Okay, so the key
I have a question. Like in SQL, I remember there was like primary key, secondary key.
foreign
Like
key.
yeah, is there any like kind of that foreign key, primary key in this Microsoft Access?
Yes, in this also we'll be using that. Okay, but otherwise, how will be making the key? Right? We want to make that unique, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah. So the actually what the table is, you already know. Right? The table is like stores the data in the form of row and column. That's the definition, right? In the form of
yeah,
row and column, we are storing the data in the table, right? And
yeah. You're right.
it's much like a spreadsheet only, and each row is like is a record, and each column is a field, right? So row will be called as what in Access? Row will be called as record, and column will as field.
Period.
Okay. So here, actually, if we'll be taking an example, so in a library, the database, right? A table might include fields like the book, title, author, and the availability of the book, right? So if you
Yeah,
are just going to issue that book, so it will be like marked as it is not available right now, is it? So it's like that. If we'll be taking the example of the database, it's normal example, but nowadays, like we do have lots of things, right? Even like each and every like where the data information is getting stored, even the this online shopping websites, right? And
yeah,
even the websites that we are using, your school management system, each one of them are using database to store the information, right? So the primary key is what? Did learn about the primary key? What's that?
I don't remember that much, but I think it's like
It's a unique
roll number
identifier.
kind of like on the table that we just made. The primary key is like the main like field of
It's like the key
information
only,
kind
but
of.
what's the difference between primary, foreign, and the other one? So primary is like, a unique identifier for each record in the table, right? So it will be like
Yeah.
unique